Now, the classification of switches. Yes. See, the main role of the power electronic circuitry is to control the power flow and the conditioning of power, right? So, in order to perform these two operations, that means either to control the power flow or to conditioning of power, what we actually need is a switch is needed or a switch is used. So generally the switch will look like this. It is like a switch. The SW represents the switch. So the drop across this particular switch is VSW, and the current which is flowing through this particular switch is what? ISW, right? You have to remember two important points here. When the switch is closed, right? When the switch is closed, so that means what? I'm going to close this particular switch. I'm going to close this particular switch. When the switch is getting closed, then it is set to be in on position, and when the switch is in off, when the switch is in open, it is in off position. So switch is in closed in the sense what? The entire voltage drop across that particular switch will be what? Zero, and there will be some kind of current will be flowing off. But whereas in the case of off position, there will be no current. The reason is what? It is an open circuit, so current will be equal to zero, and there is some kind of voltage present, right? But here the voltage will be equal to zero. So now what is going to happen? Yes, but before you go for considering this particular thing, the switches of two types. One is what? Ideal switch, and second one is what? Practical switch. And you have to remember one particular thing here. The switches are nothing but what? The power semiconductor devices, right? The switches are nothing but what? The power semiconductor devices. Now coming to this particular operation. So when the switch is closed, right? When the switch is closed, that is in on position, so the drop across the switch will be equal to zero, and hence the power, and as the voltage drop across the switch is equal to zero, there is some kind of current will be flowing. So what is the total power loss? So the total power loss across in the switch is equal to V times I. As V is zero, so power loss will be what? Zero. So for the particular, for a ideal switch, right? For an ideal switch, power loss will be equal to zero. So if I'm going to consider the same situation, same condition in off position, so when the switch is in off position, the current will be equal to zero, but there is some kind of voltage drop. So as the current is equal to zero, V times I, that will be equal to what? So it will be what? 0 watts. So in an ideal switch, right, in an ideal case, in an ideal switch, in both the conditions, the power loss will be equal to 0, right? So this is what the condition. But in case of a practical switch, right, practical switch, we don't get this power loss is equal to 0. The reason is what? There is some kind of voltage drop. There is some kind of voltage drop exists across the switch in kinds of practical switch. So hence that is the only reason in a practical switch we won't get this voltage not equal to 0, and in an ideal switch we won't get this current. I mean, in an off switch, we won't get this current not equal to 0. Hence, for this reason, what is going to happen? The power loss is not going to be equal to 0 in case of what? A practical switch, right? In case of what? A practical switch, right? Now you have to remember some kind of important terminologies in the classification of switches. So right, in the classification of switches, the first terminology is small t on, that is the time taken to turn on the switch, right? The time taken to turn on the switch. And this is next one is t off, small t, that is the time taken to turn off the switch. And if you consider it for an ideal switch, t on equal to 0 second and t off equal to 0 second, you please remember this. We will be discussing this in the later on sessions, right? And capital T on is nothing but what? The time during which the switch is under a steady state on condition, and capital T off is nothing but the time duration which the switch is under steady state off conditions. How we are going to analyze these four things, I'll be explaining now, right? You have to remember those four things, that is T on, T off, capital T on and capital T off, right? So what are these? So T on is nothing but what? T on is nothing but what? Time taken to turn on the switch. T off is time taken to turn off the switch, and T on is the time duration which the switch is under steady state on condition. T off is the time during which the switch is under steady state off condition, right? Steady state off condition, right? So how I'm going to draw the switching characteristics, right? Draw the switching switching characteristics, right? For example, let me consider a bulb. Let me consider a bulb or a tube light, whatever it may be. So whenever I'm going to turn on the switch in order to make the tube light to be on. So when I'm going to turn on the switch, it will take some time to reach the steady state condition. So that means what? At the particular condition, the switch is in off position. So when I'm going to turn on the switch, it will take some time, right? It will take some time to reach this steady state position. This is what the steady state position, right? So after then it is going to, so this is one instant, right? After then, so at this particular position, the switch is completely turned on and attains what? The steady state on position. That means until this condition, right? Until this condition, the switch is on state, that is steady state on state. It is completely on, right? And when you're going at this instant, I'm going to turn off the switch, right? I'm going to turn off the switch. I just have turned off the switch, and it will take some time to completely turn off. So that is what it is going to have some time, and this is what the T off, and it is going to stay, right? It is going to stay, what I meant to say, it is going to stay, or the time during which the switch is under steady state off condition. This is what I'm saying you. So that means under this condition, what is going to happen? So this is the time, right? This is the time, this T on is the time, this is the time in order to make the switch to on, right? Time taken to turn on the switch, and this is the time that the switch is in the steady state condition, and this is the time to make the switch to turn off. Sorry, this is off, turn off, and this is the time in which the switch is in what? Steady state off condition. The time during which the switch is under steady state off condition, right? The steady state off condition, you have to remember this, right? So similarly, if I plot the voltage characteristics of a switch, right? The voltage characteristics of a switch, right? So the voltage characteristics of a switch is nothing but what is, let me drag these particular conditions, right? Let me drag this over. So the voltage characteristics of a switch can be defined as, initially at the off condition, the voltage will be what? At the higher position, and during on position, the voltage drop across the switch will be equal to 0. It will take some kind, and that time is nothing but what? T on time, right? The on time, and it is going to be under steady state 0 value up. So that is nothing but what? T on, small capital T on. And after time T off, right? After, I mean, when I'm going to turn off the switch again, it is going to attain some kind of value. So that is what, and that attaining, and for that attaining, it is going to take, the time is known as what? T off, small t off. And finally, it is having the steady state value, that is what? Nothing but what? T off. So these are the switching characteristics, right? These are the switching characteristics of a switch, right? So I switch, and now let us draw the characteristics for for an ideal switch and a practical switch, right? Now you have to remember one thing here. In an ideal switch, T on equal to 0 and T off equal to 0. If I'm going to implement the same conditions in this particular, what I mean to say, in this particular characteristics, so see here, this T on is equal to 0 and this T off is equal to 0. So when I'm going to complete this T on equal to 0, it will be like a square, T on will be there and T off will be there. So T on will be there, right? So that means what? You are going to get a T on supply like this. So this is nothing but capital T on, and this is nothing but capital T off. And similarly, what about the voltage at this particular condition? So the voltage at this particular conditions, see here, T on will be 0 here. So entire T off, capital T on will be there. So T on, and there is another pulse like structure for T off. So this is for T on and this is for T off. So these are the ideal characteristics of a switch, right? These are the ideal characteristics of a switch, right? So let us focus on practical characteristics, switching characteristics of a practical switch. These are the switching characteristics of an ideal switch, and we'll be focusing on switching characteristics of practical switch, right? So when I'm going to discuss this practical switch, switching characteristics for practical switch, you have to remember 2 points here. In a practical switch, there exists some leakage current, and hence the current, hence current will not be started from zero value and ended at zero value. First thing. So one aspect what you have to remember, there exists some leakage current. Fine. And second point is there exists some on state voltage, and hence voltage will not be reached to zero in the T on state. So what I meant to say, there is what on state voltage will be existing. So how I'm going to draw the characteristics of this particular switching characteristics under practical switch conditions. So there is some leakage leakage current at the beginning. So that is the only reason the current is not going to be started from zero. It is going to be started from some kind of value, that is what, like this, right? And after in the T on position, it is going to be stay in steady state condition, that is steady state condition like this, and again it is going to drop under T off condition, and finally it is going to attain some kind of steady state T off, right? But whereas in the case of what I meant to say, ideal switch, it starts from zero and again it ends at zero, but it is not in the case of, but in the case of practical switch, there exists some leakage current and there exists some kind of on-state voltage. So as there exists some leakage current, it is going to be start from this, the characteristics start from this particular position, right? Now coming to the voltage characteristics, so as it is falling from a particular value and it is not going to reach zero, as there exists some on-state voltage, and hence the voltage it will not reaching to zero value in T on state, and it attains some kind of value, right, small value, and finally it is going to have this kind of characteristics, right? So this is nothing but what on state voltage drop, and this is nothing but what leakage current. This current is known as leakage current. I'm writing here, and this is on state voltage, and this is what on state voltage. So these all are about the switching characteristics, right? These all are about the switching characteristics of both ideal and practical switches. So this is very, very important. This is a very, very good concept you people have to learn, right? So that is the condition.